Intel has officially released a crazy new CPU that can hit 6 GHz right out of the box. And here's why you shouldn't buy it. So first of all, congrats Intel, this is the first mainstream chip that is able to hit that 6 GHz clock speed that has been teased for a while. But as impressive as the 13900KF is for hitting that milestone, it doesn't necessarily mean you should buy it. You should instead leave a like and maybe even follow this channel, because honestly that'd be way more impressive. At least to me. This chip is a very mild upgrade over the 13900K that runs just 200 MHz lower and is 40 to 100 bucks cheaper. Not to mention that AMD's X3D Ryzen chips are right around the corner, and if the old 5800 X3D is anything to go by, then those are probably gonna blow everything else right out of the water. So please don't give into the hype that Intel is trying to create for this chip, as it really doesn't make much sense. I mean, this is the version of the 13900K that comes without the graphics, and it's actually more expensive for some reason, although it does run 200 MHz higher, and technically yes, it does hit that 6 GHz barrier. That is very impressive, but here's why it just really doesn't matter. So the normal 13900K runs at 5.8 GHz, this one runs at 6, and that is about a 3.4% difference. Now, are you gonna notice this difference in real life applications? Are you actually really gonna notice a 3.4% boost? No, probably not. Very highly unlikely, because it's just too small of a boost. Now, back in the days of the older processors, for instance, if you had a CPU that was running at 2 GHz and you overclocked it to 2.2 GHz, you actually got a 10% speed increase, a boost, and that was actually meaningful. Whereas 3.4%, I mean, it's pretty much nothing. So really, this is just a banana measuring contest from Intel against AMD, just so all the Intel fanboys can say, hey, we here at Intel, we can actually hit 6 GHz. We're great. Although it really doesn't matter. If you're looking for a really high performance chip, the 7950X, the 13900K is great. And I mean, in February, we are getting the AMD X3D chips that are probably going to blow everything else out of the water, and you should wait until that point, even if you're not planning to buy an X3D chip, because the prices are probably going to be adjusted both from Intel CPUs and AMD's non-3DX CPUs, because if the X3D chips just blow everything else out of the water, they're going to need to increase the value by lowering the prices on the current chips. So while this is an impressive milestone from Intel, it really doesn't matter much, and this thing also sucks up a ton of power. Apparently it can go as high as 320 watts, which is a lot. You need a good liquid cooler for that amount. But yeah, 200 megahertz, it really doesn't matter. It's just a benchmark so that Intel can generate at least a little bit of hype before AMD comes out with their new chips.